The Roman Empire was once the most powerful civilization on Earth, but by 476 AD it had completely collapsed. Historians blame invasions, political corruption, and economic trouble. But some also believe a series of mysterious plagues and climate shifts played a role. The fall of Rome reshaped the world forever. Before we check out some of the weird stuff that may have caused Rome to fall, let's get a brief refresher on the basics. As we've covered in earlier episodes, the Roman Empire was a massive state that at one point controlled much of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. At its peak, it was home to over 5 million people. Maintaining such a large empire was expensive, and by the 3rd century, Rome was deep in debt. To make matters worse, a series of bad emperors squandered the empire's wealth and made enemies both at home and abroad. By the year 284, Rome was in sharp decline. But then something strange happened. A soldier named Diocletian came to power and implemented a series of reforms that briefly stabilized the empire. He reorganized the government, reformed the military, and established a new capital in the east. In fact, he enjoyed such success that he appointed a co-emperor and retired to spend his days tending to his garden. But even his accomplishment didn't last long. In the early 300s, a series of devastating plagues swept through the empire. We don't know exactly where they originated, but historians estimate that between 250 and 500 AD, the number of people killed by these outbreaks may have reached 50 million. That's half of Rome's entire population. To make matters worse, the plague seems to have coincided with major climate shifts that caused widespread crop failures. As the centuries passed, Rome grew weaker and weaker. In the west, Germanic tribes began to overrun the borders. In the east, the Persian king sacked Rome, and back in the west, a man named Odoacer finally kicked Rome's emperor out of the city in 476 AD. This event is widely considered to be the fall of the Roman Empire. But why? Why did the empire fall so suddenly? Traditional historians blame a variety of factors. The empire was huge and difficult to govern. Its borders were overrun by hostile tribes, and its economy was in sharp decline. These are all reasonable explanations for Rome's collapse. But what about the mysterious plagues and the climate shift? Could there be something more to the story? Unfortunately for the people of Rome, it seems likely that both the plague and the climate shift were caused by the same thing, an increase in volcanic activity. In the years leading up to the plague, volcanoes around the world seemed to erupt with unusual frequency. The most likely culprit is a series of super eruptions in what is now Indonesia. The ash and smoke from these volcanoes blocked the sun and caused global temperatures to plummet by as much as 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Crops failed, livestock perished, and people everywhere got sick. Smallpox and anthrax spread throughout the empire, killing millions. It may sound dramatic, but for the people living in Rome, it probably was. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this channel for more videos.